Welcome all of you. Today we are going to discuss Ampere circuital law topic in our second unit. So in this lecture, you will be able to know the importance of Ampere circuital law and we are going to prove it mathematically. Okay. So let us know what is the importance of this Ampere circuital law. In our first unit electrostatics, we have solved the electric field intensity values due to an infinite line charge, sheet charge, etc. by using Coulomb's law, that is mathematical procedure. The same derivations can be done with the help of Gauss law also, because complex problems can be solved easily with the help of Gauss law when compared to Coulomb's law. Similarly, in magnetostatics also, we can derive the magnetic field intensity H at a point due to a infinite line charge and sheet charge, either by using Biot-Savart's law or by using Ampere circuital law. For complex problems, it is better to use Ampere circuital law instead of Biot-Savart's law, because by using this law, steps will be reduced and it will be easy to solve the magnetic field intensity due to a charge distribution. Okay. So the statement of Ampere circuital law is, the Ampere circuital law states that the line integral of magnetic field intensity around a closed path is exactly equal to the direct current enclosed by that path. Okay. The line integral of magnetic field intensity H around a closed path is exactly equal to the direct current enclosed by that path. That means if there is a circular path like this, then if I is the amount of current that is flowing, and due to that current, if the magnetic field intensity at a point is H, then due to a differential length, integral H bar dot dl bar is always equal to the enclosed current in that path. Simply we can say that the line integral of magnetic field intensity H around a closed path is exactly equal to the direct current enclosed by that path. The mathematical format is integral H bar dot dl bar is equal to the total enclosed current I. Okay. So we need to prove this law mathematically. For proving that, let us assume a straight current carrying conductor. Let us assume a straight current carrying conductor along z axis, and the current that is flowing in this straight conductor is some I. Okay. Now consider an Amperian path. Similarly, in Gauss law, we will consider a surface called as Gaussian surface, where we are going to apply that Gauss law. Here also, to apply Ampere's law, we need to consider a separate surface called as Amperian path. Okay, consider this Amperian path around this long conductor. See this Amperian path, here we can observe that the magnetic field intensity is tangential to this path. So we are representing a phi direction. Now consider a point P on this Amperian path. Let the radius of this Amperian path be some r. Now this point P is also at a distance of r from that current carrying conductor. Now let us prove the Ampere circuital law from these assumptions. Here we are considering cylindrical coordinate system, and the point P is at a distance of r from the conductor. These are our assumptions. Now instead of finding the whole magnetic field intensity at a time due to the complete length of the Amperian path, consider only a differential length dl bar at a point P which is in a phi direction. As observed from the diagram, your magnetic field intensity is in a phi direction. Let us consider a point P where you want to find the magnetic field intensity, and we are considering a small differential length dl bar at that point P. Now due to that dl bar, let us consider the direction a phi. Now the differential length dl bar in a phi direction in cylindrical coordinate system is r d phi a phi. This we have already learnt in our coordinate systems. Now the differential length dl bar in cylindrical coordinate system in phi direction is given by r d phi a phi. Now H bar, that means magnetic field intensity obtained from the Biot-Savart's law due to a long straight current carrying conductor. We have already derived the expression for H due to an infinitely long conductor by using Biot-Savart's law. The formula is H equal to I by 2 pi r into A phi. H equal to I by 2 pi r into A phi ampere per meter. Here also we are considering a long straight current carrying conductor along z axis. So directly by Biot-Savart's law we can substitute the magnetic field intensity due to that straight conductor as H equal to I by 2 pi r into A phi. Now using this formula, here we need to solve the value for H bar dot dl bar. Already we expressed the differential length dl bar as r d phi A phi. And we have also known that from Biot-Savart's law, the magnetic field intensity due to an infinitely long conductor is I by 2 pi r into A phi. Now calculate the dot product for these two, H bar and dl bar. H bar is I by 2 pi r into A phi dot dl bar is r d phi A phi. Now we know that the dot product for two similar unit vectors, the dot product for two similar unit vectors is always equal to 1. If you substitute that A phi dot A phi is equal to 1, then your H bar dot dl bar will be equal to I by 2 pi r into r d phi. Okay, H bar dot dl bar is I by 2 pi into r d phi, means this r will get cancelled and I by 2 pi into d phi. Now if you consider the entire limits for the Amperian path, then phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi. Phi will vary from 0 to 2 pi. So integrate this expression from phi varying from 0 to 2 pi. So that if you substitute that integral d phi means phi, if you substitute the limits from 0 to 2 pi, then your expression will be solved as integral h bar dot dl bar equal to integral phi running from 0 to 2 pi I by 2 pi into d phi. Now integrate this, you will get as phi. Integral d phi is phi and the limits are varying from 0 to 2 pi. Substitute them, you will get it as I by 2 pi into, here also you will get 2 pi. Now both these will be cancelled and finally you will get integral h bar dot dl bar is equal to the total current carried by the conductor. Because from the statement we already said that the line integral of a magnetic field intensity around a closed path is equal to the total current that is flowing in that path. So we have proved this expression mathematically also. This proof is very important for your exams. So your Ampere's circuital law is proved here mathematically, which says that the line integral of magnetic field intensity h bar around a closed path is equal to the total current that is flowing in that path. That means integral h bar dot dl bar is equal to I. In Gauss law, on which surface you are applying that Gauss law, that surface is called as Gaussian surface, and we have also mentioned some conditions for that Gaussian surface. Similarly, for this Ampere's law also, we will consider a special path where the current flows. That path is called as Amperian path. You will apply your Ampere's law on this Ampere path only. We will see the importance of this Ampere path in further derivations. Okay, thank you.